septic tank issues. Boy, I've learned the hard way, so I'd like to share some tips with you. First of all, here are my septic tanks, right here on the floor. Usually they're 500-gallon tanks. I have two 500-gallon tanks. I hired a Roto-Rooter company to come and clean it out. Last time I did it was 10 years ago, but they should last about 10 years. They empty them out and make sure that they clean out the drains with something called an auger or a snake. That's to clear up the drain lines if there's any problems. After I cleaned that, everything in my house was backed up. It was just clear water, but shower, everything was coming up. So I had cleaned the septic tank, so obviously that wasn't the problem. So I borrowed an auger, which is a snake, 25-foot snake from my neighbor, and I went outside of your house is a respirator similar to this right there. As you can see, mine is pretty much close to my house, but that's what it looks like. You open the lid with some pliers, not a big deal, and that's where, if you pour water from the hose in and it's going towards the septic tank, that means it's not the septic tank. Something's wrong with the inside of the main line, your 4-inch pipe. What you may want to do is get that snake, the 25-foot snake, and make sure that instead of it going towards the septic tank, make sure that the snake goes towards the house, as you can see. I had no luck, but at Home Depot they rent these 25, I don't know, it's a 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch metal hose, auger snake. It's automatic, and it's got like little flaps at the end. There's two types. I have like a T-bone type of pipe, and I needed some sort of apparatus. Anyways, they rented for 4 hours for $40. I couldn't do it myself. I didn't know what I was doing. So I called a plumber, and plumbers are like doctors. Just to show up, it's like $125. I found one guy that was very reasonable. He came over. Yeah, voila. That same machine that I was going to rent, he came and actually placed the snake. And it's like, they call it snake. It's a metal rod and it vibrates. Very unusual. But he put in 9 feet and the problem was cleared. And I had service again. Something so simple. Now, something to maintain your pipes would be to add a little bit of liquid plumber in each of the drains to prevent just hair clogs and all that yucky, gunky stuff. Don't ever flush wipies down the septic tank. Toilet paper is okay, but septic tank, or wipies and septic tanks just don't go. Obviously, that wasn't my problem. Another thing I learned is when you flush the toilet, you're supposed to flush it once, right? Bing. And that's it. Well, I was encountering some problems with my toilets where I had to keep pressing the flapper. Well, it turns out to be that little flapper that goes on the bottom of the toilet inside the tank. I don't know, it looks like a little eggshell on the bottom that prevents the water from seeping through. It's the guy replaced those, and voila, I flush it once and that's enough. I also put yeast. Riddick's has a good one. It's just like little pouches and it's virtually yeast. Use it I think it's every 2 months, but boy, that can solve you lots of problems. From Texas, I hope these helpful hints have helped you from a single mom like me. Bye.